Hello everyone, welcome. Sylvie here. This is Sun and Moon Energy Readings. I apologize, I have not been able to do a reading. I've been trying, but my current living situation is just not really, it's just not been helpful here with me doing readings. That being said, as you can hear, there are trucks going by, and I just really can't do anything about it. So please bear with me. There's going to be a major announcement coming soon, some major changes. Hang in there with me. I hope you all are doing okay. There's some major planetary stuff happening right now, and a lot of energy right now with this full moon coming up tomorrow. So that being said, I've already done a pre-shuffle of the two decks, Meditate on the Energy for Gemini and their money, career, finance, however that resonates for you. And we have the Sun at the bottom of the Crow deck with the Nine of Wands, and there's a Queen of Cups there. Ooh, look, there's a Four of Swords and a King of Wands. Very interesting. Okay. And then we have a Tower over here at the Pamela Coleman Smith deck, and with the Five of Wands and a Knight of Wands. There's also a Nine of Cups there. So, when I tried to do a reading yesterday, the Tower came out, and I just feel like this is very, it's a time of kind of like throwing caution to the wind. I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just saying what the energy is of where there's just so much happening where it's kind of like, if you don't take chances, you're going to be left behind kind of energy, I feel like. And I don't say that lightly. I'm not trying to scare anybody. But I feel like it's a time of major change. And with all these things, planets starting to go direct and everything, and things starting to open up for Gemini, just as far as like, Uranus will be going direct in Gemini soon, and some other really good aspects for us. I watched a couple of things today, so feeling pretty hopeful. But right now, I think there's some Mars and Saturn stuff happening that's kind of like creating a little bit of this energy of like maybe holding back a little bit. So let's just see what Spirit has to say. More about this energy for Gemini and their money. I apologize. I don't have a desk anymore. Messages you have for Gemini. This microphone actually, so it's not picking up the shuffling of the cards. I really apologize about the trucks. I wanted to see what that card is. So the Chariot. Interesting, yeah, because, wow, same exact freaking cards that came out in the pre-shuffle. That's wild. Oh my gosh, and an Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So we have a Chariot, we have a Four of Wands, and a Page of Pentacles. So the Chariot and the Four of Wands came out in the pre-shuffle. It's like whatever seed you've planted, I feel like, is now going to bear fruit, but like there's this energy of, like I said, of having to take a chance on something, and it's in its universe saying like, if you have faith and you take this chance, then these things are going to align for you. And I gotta be honest, I'm kind of struggling with that a little bit of myself, because I do feel this energy of it's like sort of like time to take risks, because what else are you going to do? Again, it's that feeling of something big's going to happen, and I don't want to, I want to be in the right position for whatever that means for me. I'm not telling you what to do. So it's like whatever position you need to be in to feel this Ace of Pentacles position, right? This Four of Wands position of feeling in control of your wealth, feeling stable, feeling like there's an abundance, there's an overflow. You feel safe and secure wherever you lay your head, right? It's that kind of energy. And I feel like with this Chariot, it's making that decision to move forward. Again, the Tower is is fire energy. That is Mars energy, right? It's volatile. It's saying enough of this bullshit and time to build something better, something much more prosperous. Something where you're on top. There's something about this energy of looking at the situation from above, not below. There's a lot of above energy here, not below. So that could be like, not coming from a place of fear or anxiety. Again, I've been struggling with this myself, especially with the way the planets have been working, it can be a little tricky. Just want you to know how hot it is in here right now. I have to have the windows closed so I can do this reading. It's still loud even with the windows closed. I want to clarify that Chariot. Can you clarify the Chariot? It's heavy water energy. It's heavy intuitive energy. And yeah, wow. It's a forward movement. Six of Swords is about leaving behind. This is intense, y'all, because the Four Swords came out in the pre-shuffle, and I was feeling, it's this peace. It's this, all right, y'all, sorry about that. I just, very hot in here. I had to open the windows a little bit, so it might be even noisier than it's already been, and I apologize. So as I was saying, I feel like with this energy here, it's like moving on to a more peaceful place, a place where, look, I'm not trying to put my energy into the cards here, but I feel this too. It's like I want to be somewheres where I feel safe, where I feel secure, where it's also, this is like a spiritual coming home too. So it's a place where you feel connected somehow with spirit, and whatever that means for you. So this is heavy air energy here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is, I feel like you've given things a lot of thought and you are ready to move forward. You're done with thinking about it. You want to actually take action here with that Chariot card. That's forward movement. It's picking, right or left, or straight, whatever. You're making a decision to take to make a decision in some sort of forward movement in a direction, right? So whatever that forward direction is for you, and it's a direction towards success here. With that Four of Wands, that's just about stability. It's about being protected, being in a space where you feel protected, where you're home. And I do feel like this is really connected to business here. I do feel that look, we have the Eight of Cups, and we also have, look, the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords came out in the pre-shuffle in this deck. Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So it's just spirit confirming there is this decision here, right, that needs to be made. You're weighing some sort of decision. You've really put a lot of thought into it, and now it's time to take the initiative. I feel like this is about speaking your truth. It's about having the clarity, right, to move forward. Again, I can very well relate to this. I do feel like that is the energy. A lot of things are going to be, I feel like a lot of planetary alignments are going to open up doors for Gemini. It's just going to make things more easier. I know for me, this whole thing of like Venus going into Taurus is really big because my Venus is in Taurus, and I believe it's like, I forget which house. It might be like the 10th or the 8th. I think it's my 10th. But like, so I'm feeling this like having to fix my home life, right? Having to, I know a lot of you struggle with that. And it can be very well tied into business and your work, because it's like, maybe where you feel like you're not able to get the job that you want, right? It doesn't pay, and like maybe in your area pay is really low, or the options are really limited, or there's a lot of competition, oversaturation, or just maybe not the right area for the things that you have the certain skills and skill set in, right? So you need to take that and go somewhere else where you can apply it and then be successful. And I do feel like even though this is a lot of air energy here, there's water behind them in this Two of Swords and also in this Six of Swords. And there is water here in this Eight of Cups, right? Obviously, Chariot. So, again, I do feel like it's about this needing to take this initiative, to get out of decision mode, make the decision, and then move and feel good about it, right? I feel like this is taking that higher path, right? It's that there's this passionate energy here to, again, it's about a higher, this is a spiritual elevation as well, right? So you could be somebody on some type of spiritual path, spiritual journey. You could be a healer. You could be somebody who, a mystic or something like that, and really feel like you need to take your energies elsewhere because they're either being abused or taken advantage of wherever you are. And I feel like that is the need for peace here. That is the need for this sense of boundaries. I feel like with that 401, it's saying I need to put up boundaries in my home, and if I can't do that here, I'm gonna go do that elsewhere. I'm gonna take my. I want to see what's behind that Ace of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Cups with also the Seven of Pentacles. Very interesting with the Three of Cups. So, yeah, I feel like you're taking something that you've worked very hard for here, and you want to. Knight of Pentacles, yeah, there was some sort of seed planted. There was a lot of hard work. I feel like there's a lot of emotional investment here. And, yeah, I do feel like there's this heavy. So we have two aces here. So that is about, some type of new beginning. Let's see. So let's further clarify, because that was really about the Four of Wands there. So let's clarify this Page of Pentacles, and we'll make it even, Spirit, right? And we'll give 2 cards for that Page of Pentacles. All right, so we have the Two of Cups, which is interesting because the Two of Cups is underneath there. So this could be about a partnership, but I think with like this energy going into Libra, is there something with the moon going into? I watched too much stuff today. I think it's this, we're going to have a new moon or the full moon. I'm so confused. I know it's a full moon coming up, but then there's this new moon afterwards. But I think it's about, this is about choosing yourself. So this is a balance within what you're doing, what you're passionate about with this King of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. Being in control of who you are. I feel like this is like, I'm not compromising. And I feel like there's something you have to balance within yourself in order to get into this position of this is a very powerful position. This person here stands out. This person here is very independent, very passionate, very fiery energy here with that Queen of Wands. Heavy fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So, and with that Four of Wands, I do kind of feel that's like this. There's this very creative energy, but there's also like this sort of like feminine energy here too, this mystical energy. Can you give us Gemini's energy here? Gemini's energy. Give us Gemini's energy. Thank you, Spirit. I love this, Death. Yeah, you're ready for a radical transformation. And look at this shit, y'all. Spirit doesn't mess around. Yeah. It's time, y'all. It's time. Radical changes, radical transformations, radical changes, moving in new directions, taking chances, leaps of faith, believing in yourself, trusting your intuition here, heavy water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, heavy in trusting your intuition, heavy transformative energy, leaving behind the old ways of thinking things the way we've been programmed to think that we need to do things a certain way. I talked about this in my last reading. I don't want to get preachy, but I think once I make these major changes in my life and I start doing the things that I want to do as far as like energy readings, I think I'm not going to get preachy, but I think I am going to rely less on the cards and more just reading the energy, right? And sort of like tapping into what's happening as in around us and as the collective, what the collective is feeling, what the collective is expressing. It's not so much about me as an individual person, but also as giving something back to the collective here with that Two of Cups. I do feel like there's this give and take energy, right? There's got to be a give and take energy. And what if people are just taking, you're going to have to, right, with that Tower card like we saw, kick them to the curb. You know, if things aren't aligning with your true identity, your soul purpose, how you want to live your life, however you want to phrase it, it's time to be done with it and to move forward. The year of the fire horse, you know, we opened with the sun, with the white horse, and I did a couple of just like pulling some cards today, and the Knight of Cups just kept coming out, and it was the white horse on there. And now with the Death card, we have the white horse. And if we even want to think about it with the Chariot, you know, those are horses barreling forward, right? I watched a bunch of stuff. I'll try and put some stuff, new things in the inspirational playlist that is on my channel page. You can go check that out. A lot of great things out there right now that helps explain this energy and how to work with it and around it. And it's very intense. And this is really intense. And I think, you know, if this is your energy, right, with the Death card and the Chariot, it's like, you're ready for it. You're ready. There's no, I feel like somebody else said this too, there's no going back with this energy here. There's no going back. It's only forward movement. And there's a sun here, look. And that's what we started with. You were going towards that sun. And there's going to be people that are going to be a little bit upset and a little bit sorry that they didn't listen to you. You know, that they didn't treat you better, that they didn't do the things that, you know, even the small things, you know, that just they needed to do in order to have a relationship with you, maybe have your energy. It's about taking back our energy, right, when it's not reciprocated. The Five of Cups here, right? Yeah. King of Cups, yeah. Temperance, yeah. You're healing, you're moving on, you're choosing darkness over sadness and moving through it into the Nine of Cups. Yeah, this is really beautiful energy here. You're not wallowing, you're moving forward, you're moving out of it, you're not wallowing. Can we get an outcome energy here? Outcome energy. Jeez, we have the Emperor, I mean, yeah. With the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yes, it's big. It's being in control. It's setting up boundaries. It's having discernment. It's making, setting up a new home. Yeah, the World card. Yeah, it's the decision to, like I said, it's a whole new cycle. It's, you can't stop this. You can't stop the wheel of fate. You can't stop the wheel of destiny. I mean, that's a wheel here, right, too, right, with that Ace of Pentacles. I mean, the world is about total new beginnings and everything being in balance. I mean, if you think about what's happening right now with these awful wars and everything, I mean, it's like, you know, no kings, right? No kings. But I think when it comes to ourselves, right? And how we move in the world, right? We have to be in control, right? Of our outcome, our destiny. We can't leave it up to others. You know, a lot of people say they get stuck in everything and they don't know what to do. At the end of the day, it's got to come from you. It just can't come from anybody else. There can be inspiration, there can be some help, there can be some guidance, but at the end of the day, it's got to come from your gut. And I think that's what's happening here. It's visceral. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles wants to come out. Wow. We also have the King of Pentacles, and we also have, I'm gonna fucking freak out. Alright, so we have the Star at the bottom of the deck, and we have another World card here now from this deck. So I think Spirit is saying Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, double World card, the Emperor. This is no joke, y'all. This is no joke. Six of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Oh my God. Spirit. 6, 7, 8 of Pentacles. This is all your hard work paying off, and everything coming into balance, right? That Libra energy, air energy, Queen of Cups under there with the Nine of Swords. It's getting your emotions into balance, right? Somebody was talking about this the other day. It's like we got to get out of our emotions and get into our gut. Emotions and gut are two different things. Emotion is like a fear, anxiety. It's almost like in your head, right? Listening to some sort of something that's been programmed into you. But it's like when you really feel something in your gut, that's what you can trust, right? And I feel like that's what this is. It's like everything is aligning. This is all, four energies here, air, earth, water, and fire, coming into alignment. It's a karmic destiny. King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, double world card, Emperor, the Star. I mean, somebody's about to, maybe even be famous here. I mean, and it could just be famous in your eyes, right? You're putting yourself first. You're putting yourself on a pedestal here. You're shining. Don't forget we have that Ace of Swords there. So this is definite a new beginning here. Radical transformation. And it's a lot of wealth. I'm just going to throw that in there because, this is stability. It's longevity of wealth. It's stable home life. It's very passionate energy here with this heavy Aries, fire energy, Leo energy. And then with this earth energy, right? And we think what I was just talking about, Venus going into Taurus, it's about loving where you live, where you lay your head. And that could be whatever. If you want to camp out in the woods, if you want to set up, if you want to start, what do they call that? Bushcrafting, you want to be in a vehicle and travel across country or go to another continent, whatever you want to do, whatever home and stability and feeling safe and secure means to you. That's what this energy is saying, but it's not without a leap of faith, not without making hard choices, not without major transformation, and not without leaving some things behind. But you're ready for it. You are ready. You are charging forward. You're in that chariot and you're in control. And it's moving right towards being in this Emperor position. This King of Pentacles position is very, very wealthy energy here, y'all. This is great. All right, I appreciate y'all so much. I just want to say it's been really a rough couple weeks. It's been 3 weeks, since I lost Quimby, and I'm really struggling, and I have to change my home life, and I just got a lot of shit going on right now. And so I just want to say, please hang in there. I'm gonna get back to readings, and there's gonna be more than that. Trust me. So just please, have faith in me. Have faith in the universe. And I love and miss you all, and sending so much love and light. And I'm really going to try and be doing regular readings. I promise. Okay, see y'all soon. Bye.